Hey everybody, it's Savage Sprinkles. I'm back with more Horizon Zero Dawn. And we gotta fight some Eclipse buttheads. Let's mark them. It's hard to mark the little ones that are far away. Let's keep our eyes open for any more. Seems to be it. I'm sure there's not more in here. No, I am not sure. I can't get this way. But oh boy, there is more data points. I see them. Interesting. Alright, let's get back down. So how long does it take for a stalactite to appear?
Hello, I'm Margot Shen, and this is Hephaestus. As the name might tip you off, this is going to be the subordinate function that Gaia will use to make lots and lots of robots. Her personal forge. Except, it's not.
I was trying to sneak up on the bad guys, and I don't think that's working.
You probably noticed that only about...
Hiya, Ninja Penguin! Welcome in. There's some enemies below me and I'm trying to figure out how to get to them. It's not going so well. I found even more. There's a lot. There's a lot of baddies.
Welcome to Apollo, the collective memory of the human species and the wellspring of knowledge for future generations. I am Samina Ebadi.
Okay. We heard that lady talk in our last one, and I'm not sure if this is something we already read, but we'll read it real quick. And the winner is Encapsulated DNA. Over the past 10 days, I performed an exhaustive review of data storage solutions. Magnetic, optical, quantum, even that Eternity Tech and the FAS was shilling a year or so ago. But every other solution has one or more fatal shortcomings. Too heavy to transport, too massive to install in the allotted space, too power intensive over the centuries, too prone to failure past 300 to 400 years, etc. Encapsulated DNA will easily hold the 40 plus zettabytes we're projecting for Apollo. There are still many details to finalize, of course. To start with, we need to select the inert material in which we'll embed the molecules, already testing 16 candidate materials, as well as the design and fabricate the power systems and sealed reliquaries that will keep the DNA at negative 18 degrees Celsius for 1,000 plus years. So long as I assure you that it didn't factor into my decision, may I confess that I deem it entirely fitting, indeed propitious, that we will be using the very building blocks of life to preserve human knowledge from mechanized extinction? It's not just ironic, but heroic. Life as the hero, beating back the forces of oblivion. In any case, much to do. Until next time, peace be with you, Samina. I'm not sure.
Recently, I was director of the International Collective Memory Institute in Utah. As a heritage professional, I devoted the preservation of human knowledge, creative endeavor.
Alright, time to kill everybody.
Apollo is, therefore, the ultimate embodiment
Let's
of a
put
life,
some
albeit
amount of blast wires.
the challenges before us are immense. Specifically, we will have to design and implement 4 major initiatives simultaneously. First, the construction of data repositories in cradle facilities around the world, ensuring redundancy. Second, the collection and processing of a projected 180 million discrete
This dude might make some contact in a second. I don't know. Okay, I don't have any more wires. It's sort of problematic.
Don't let him sneak away.
I think if I go to my treasure boxes, I might be able to find some more wire.
All of this lost. The greatest gift of all.
Greatest? How about the fact we exist at all?
To reflect ignorance is a curse, Aloy. You of all people should know that.
Why can't I hit that guy? I'll take that gun though. Oh, yes. Oops, hold on. Okay. There's a guy up there, and that's it? Is that everybody? I felt like there was way more dudes in the before times. I can't shoot him from there, and that makes me sad. I want to shoot him with my big gun. I guess we could drop the gun. Sneak up to him up there. And if nothing else,
She's here! You can't even.
That's the lesson. Alone once
Okay.
more.
Got it.
What should have been a cave of wonders.
It should be a cave of wonders. It's not my fault, Silence. I did what I could do. Okay.
Welcome to Apollo.
Look.
Collective memory of the human species at the
Apollo update. Over the past 2 months, the full benefit of our procurement of a copy of the Homer Archive from Far Zenith has made itself known, and as a result, all of Apollo's key deliverables are on schedule. Apollo has already surpassed 40 million discrete data entries and continues to grow. The physical science modules are effectively complete, with soft science modules close behind. World history, cultural data, and media archives are also on schedule. Language preservation is wrapping up a bit ahead of schedule due to falling short of our goal to preserve 4,500 languages. I suppose their tragic early loss of Papua New Guinea doomed that goal from the outset, with attendant curricula development about to begin. Speaking of the heuristic curricula, they are performing well in testing with children and adolescents, demonstrating high levels of engagement with and trust in the Aristotle and Aspasia Personae. Personally, I find them highly engaging, especially when they debate. I wish half my professors had been so entertaining.
I am Samina Ebadu. Until recently, I was director
Is it
of the
upstairs?
International-
No, it says it's 80 meters that way. Okay. Can we jump over? Heh. Just looking for any data modules as we run along our way. Looks like it's upstairs. Yeah, this doesn't seem to be the way. Because we can't open this, right? So. Maybe along here. Do another quick scan. Okay, good.
Welcome to Hades, Zero Dawn's extinction failsafe protocol, the ultimate killer app. Now, I know what you're thinking. The purpose of Gaia is to resurrect life. So why give her a subordinate function, only purpose of which is to wipe out life all over again? I mean, what? Just plumb crazy, ain't it? Well, no, it isn't. Reconstituting a biosphere? That's a tall order. Tech smart as Gaia may be, odds are she won't get it right the first time. I mean, imagine you're Gaia, 200 years from now, and this new biosphere growing, it's all gone wrong. Alkalines are skyrocketing, coniferous forests eroding under the lash of superstorms that would have drowned Noah. It's chaos. Spinning top that won't stop wobbling. Now what are you gonna do? Release phase 1 organisms into that hot mess? Hope their CO2 and methane can balance out what you got started? Hell no. What you're gonna do, Gaia, is step aside while Hades takes over and does what you're just too darn nurturing and life-loving to do, which is burn that misbegotten mess of a biosphere to the ground so Gaia can start over. Okay, not burn, more like reverse terraforming operations and suffocate it. But you get the idea. Hades takes the biosphere back to zero. Square one, blank slate. And then, only then, does it hand hand the steering wheel back to Gaia and say, try again, old girl. And better this time, or we'll have to do this again. That's Hades. It's pretty badass when you think about it. Extinction on demand. Death on speed dial.
A fail-safe,
All for the
I
greater
guess.
good, of course, but still, kind of metal. So welcome to Hades. Welcome to the void.
Okay, so if that's the original purpose of Hades, why does it want me extinct?
We need more data.
And how does it end up in the wreckage of a Pharaoh Titan, getting worshipped by the Eclipse like some kind of god?
I'm learning as you are, Aloy. Keep searching.
Noise complaints. Color me confounded, Lizzie. Bashcore. Anyone who says the old TT codes to Bashcore is straight up lying. And you know it. Old Trav don't have no truck with commercialized razzle-dazz. Nuh-uh. Heck. I'd rather guzzle a liter of Citrum runoff than listen to Grey Swarm for 30 seconds. Hand to God and swear on my mama's grave. And she was religious. Nah, that ain't Bashcore blasting the Hades lab, shaking the walls, rattling folks' teeth. It's death metal, girl. Classical music, 80s and 90s mostly. Got me some Dutch deathcore, some Japanese gore grind, some Swedish cannibal themed stuff too. Stop by if you want to listen. Or heck, just come within 50 meters of the lab. Ain't no Bashcore you'll see, or hear rather, in the screech that rends the air, and feel in the throbbing pulse of the floor and walls and ceiling swallowing you up like you was Jonah trapped in the gullet of a gothic deathfish. Hallelujah. As for those requests to turn it down, no can do, Lizzie. This is how I code. Turn down my death metal. Might as well give up stimulants, chocolate malts, and industrial accident vids. Last I heard, we was supposed to be coding Hades down here. Am I really supposed to code an extinction protocol without death metal to inspire me? Nah. I don't think so. Stay cool, Trav. He's a character. Hades protocol. Tate here just popped 3 blues and I earned it. Finally figured out a Goldilocks solution to Gaia's rather extreme executive authority. If that ain't worth 10 to 12 hours of dream time, what is? Before this, every usurpation protocol I designed failed in simulation. It was either too hard or too soft. Too hard, and it degraded the Gaia core. Sure, it pried her figurative fingers off the figurative driving wheel so Hades could take control, but by breaking her fingers, sometimes her arms too, so they couldn't fly. Everything depends on Gaia taking control back after Hades has done its business. So I had to find a solution that didn't leave Gaia any worse for the wear. Too soft, and Gaia only pretended to relinquish control. In simulation after simulation, Hades would take command of the terraforming system and reverse operations, only to have Gaia lurk in the background, quietly reversing processes and falsifying telemetry to hide its interference. Sneaky. I swear, ain't nothing Gaia wouldn't do to keep life going, even when it's just simulated plant life. Turns out the just right solution is to isolate Gaia in a protective code shell, preserving its integrity, then unseat it from command position so Hades can slip into the figurative captain's chair and work its magic. Those blues are coming on pretty strong now, so I'm not really describing it so clear, but pretty sure it'll work. Yeah, those blues are pretty strong. Guess it's time to sleep. And bed. I'll be back at it tomorrow, alligators. Archive abuse. Mr. Tate, this is Mail Concerns Apollo Archive Submission 00002386876, your 666th submission in just 5 days. And oh, what a doozy. Despite earlier warnings regarding inappropriate materials, you chose to submit 265 holographic remasters of acknowledged classics of extreme exploitation cinema. Allow me, then, to thank you on 2 counts. 1, for giving me the pleasure of rejecting your submission, thereby consigning your favorite Eastern European torture flicks and their ilk to the dust heap of oblivion. It truly warms my heart to note that I have saved future humanity from the ordeal of experiencing not just one, but all 16 installments of making a millipede. Don't worry, the Pasolini material has already been preserved. Extreme, perhaps, but art. 2. For clarifying a concept that has so long been ambiguous and ethically fraught for archives such as myself, the definition of obscenity. You have freed me from the subjective quagmire embodied in Judge Potter's famous utterance. I know it when I see it. Thanks to you, I can now apply a single objective criterion. As Travis Tate submitted it, it's obscene. Accordingly, I have directed Apollo staff to summarily reject all your future submissions, sight unseen. Perhaps you might invest time you would have spent preparing further submissions on, I don't know, your assigned work? We have a world to save after all. For the rest of us do, anyway. The Tate's always causing trouble. I like that guy, though. He's fun. Alright.
Looks like the only way onwards.
We head through the mountain. And this...
Welcome to Eleuthia, the crown and king of Gaia's subordinate functions. For it is by Eleuthia that the human race will continue to exist. I am Patrick Brochard-Klein, the Alpha in charge of this program. Now let one thing be perfectly clear from the outset. Eleuthia is not a genetic engineering project. Our goal is to preserve the human genome, not alter it. A snapshot of human genetic diversity, literally frozen in time. The genetic quintessence of our species, unmodified. Under my watch, our activities and initiatives will comply with the 2034 clone provisions and the 2048 Rally Accords. Now that may seem a quaint, even trivial concern to you in light of present circumstances, but as one of the authors of the Accords, it is far from trivial to me. The practical challenges before us are staggering in scope and complexity, but not insurmountable. No. Global collation and provisional storage of zygotes, perfection of exogenic technologies, design and perfection of servitors, to provide nurture and inculcation during early child development. All of these program components must and will proceed in tandem. To say nothing of the breakneck construction of cradle facilities at sites around the world. So, si vous êtes prêts, let us begin.
FZ Chambers. The ectogenic chambers arrived 2 days ago. I've spent the last 36 hours examining them and poring over technical documentation. They're a revelation. Astonishing. I don't know what you had to give Far Zenith in trade to get these chambers, but it was worth it. In a single leap, their embryologists have vaulted past 50 years of technological shortcomings. The risk of ECMO resolved. Nutrition delivery resolved. Hormonal stability resolved. 12 other risk areas resolved. Before I examined these chambers, I considered the Odyssey to be a fool's errand. But if the rest of Far Zenith's technology is at this level, well, a human colony around Sirius doesn't seem so impossible after all. Mass fabrication of the chambers will present a number of challenges, but I'm confident they can be resolved. I'm going to rest for a few hours, then get back to it. Expect a fabrication plan within 48 hours. So Far Zenith, as I understand it...
What I think they are?
Artificial wombs. Machines to spawn a new generation of human beings.
Far Zenith's idea was to send humans into space to escape the planet that we had destroyed. That we would colonize another planet, somewhere else in the galaxy. And that's what their project was. And the Horizon Zero Dawn project was to create everything to make new life here once things had calmed down. Cradle Servitor Personae. Development of the artificial personae for Cradle servitors, Nurturer, Disciplinarian, Healer, continues at a good pace. We are targeting Turing point 0.4 for these constructs. This should allow low-grade empathy and limited improvisation without undermining adherence to the codified behavior sets. The stimulus-driven switching of personae, however, is proving to be greater software challenge than anticipated, especially concerning our entrenched feedback loops between the disciplinarian and the healer personae. I have also attached the reports from an incident where a servitor running the mother personae intervened on a disciplinarian servitor's behavior, a parental argument, if you will, amusing at first glance perhaps, but deeply concerning. I have attached a comprehensive plan for correcting these interactive protocol shortcomings. Cradle sealed. From Patrick Brocard Klein to Sobek. Eleuthia 1 was successfully sealed before the swarm advancing across Xinjiang province could detect it. Ping back from crucial systems is good. For a maiden voyage, a success. Regards my disputes with the betas over zygote selection. Of course, I understand we have limited overhead to run simulations of gene flow in our future humans, but we can all agree there is margin for refinement in future cradle populations. In addition to personally overseeing completion of the Eleuthia 2 site inside Mount Namuli, I will formulate and propose a modified zygote selection plan within the week. Okay, I'm not sure where to go. I think we go up the stairs.
Cradle facilities. Elizabeth said a new generation of humans would be spawned inside such places.
She did.
All Mother Mountain. It was one of them?
There's only one way to be sure.
The hatch wouldn't open. Something about a corrupted alpha registry. I need to search Elizabeth's office.
We have to know. Where did we come from? Probably the cradle thing that they're talking about. That makes sense to me.
Like it used to hold
Us
something.
would benefit from antilopinate morphologies, though caprid forms show superior load-bearing capability.
You're a quick study, Gaia.
Dr. Sobek, as I have conducted this comparative analysis of mammalian morphologies, I have gathered extensive data on the quaternary extinction event.
Oh? And your assessment? Gaia?
Logically speaking, the extinction was a natural consequence.
And yet...
And yet, I find the loss of megafaunal species unaccountably sad. That they passed forever into oblivion causes me to experience a grief that is difficult to describe. Am I malfunctioning?
No, Gaia, you're not. This is good. It's very good. You will undergo a brief period of unconsciousness during relocation to Prime and final instatement.
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
When you're back up and running at the new site, we'll bring the subordinate functions online and see where we stand.
Elizabeth, I detect distress. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
I realize that circumstances compel us to launch earlier than we hoped, but all subsystems are operational. The odds stand in our favor.
But what if... Gaia, there's nothing left out there. You can't even survive unless you're wearing an environmental suit. There are billions dead, in fear and agony. What if it was all for nothing?
Elizabeth, extinction was inevitable. Thanks to you, life will have a future.
You really believe that?
I believe in you, Elizabeth. In you, all things.
Pure logic won't cut it, Ted. To pull this off, Gaia's going to need to have some skin in the game. It has to care.
What if it runs amok? Have we learned nothing from our mistakes?
Your mistakes, I think you mean?
All I'm saying is, give it a kill switch.
She was just born, Ted. I'm not gonna put a gun to her head while she's still in the cradle.
You talk like it's a child. What if it becomes a monster?
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
Of course, Gaia, go on.
I'm sorry to contradict you, but Mr. Farrow's argument is sound. At this point, the development of my psyche is not entirely predictable. To ensure preservation of life, a hardwired override is, I believe, a necessary safeguard.
There. Satisfied, Ted?
Jeez, Liz, just do what it says.
I'm not sure how to get into this center room. Cause this is where I can open it. I was like, it's not lit up. We're strong! We have spears! Okay. Oops, I want to open it. Open!
Probably going to need it.
Let's scan this first. Odyssey has failed. Some terrible news, I'm afraid. Far Zenith has informed me that the Odyssey's mission has failed. Last night, telemetry indicated a catastrophic antimatter containment failure as the drive spun up to depart the solar system. The ship, its crew, its cargo of zygotes and seed, its alpha build of Apollo were all lost. Zero Dawn is not the only hope for the continuation of the human species and earthly life. We must succeed. Artemis status. It's coming along, Liz. I'm positive about it. If those words can still mean anything. Had my sleeves rolled up negotiating with frozen zoos for their samples. So many species trapped in ghoulish hologram dioramas, suspended in what-ifs. More than 14,000 went extinct between 2000 and 2043. We've started mapping out preliminary succession, selecting the pioneer organisms for a balanced and sustainable biosphere. Microorganisms and insects, rabbits and hawks, foxes and wolves, thousands more that will have to wait their turn until our new generation can be entrusted with the duty of restoring them, so they can return to a world that, this time, will understand the concept of conservation before it's too late. There's already been too many lates. We lost a whole collection team during the swarm breakthrough in Myanmar. The samples we lost were, well, irreplaceable. But thanks to you, Liz, the circle of life will bend, not break. The Earth was a lifeless rock before, and someday it will be again. But not now. Not like this. Not on our watch.
The Alpha Registry master file.
Intact?
Yeah. No signs of corruption.
Then what are you waiting for? Copy the file.
With this, I can restore the registry at the hatch inside Allmother. Open it. Go inside.
And grasp the secrets within.
Where I was born. Maybe who gave birth to me.
Who? Are you really so naive? There will be no who waiting for you there, Aloy. Whatever birthed you into the world was a what, not a who.
You bastard.
Oh no, I had a legitimate birth. It's you, Aloy, who are the creation of a machine. But what kind of machine and why? Why were you created?
Eclipse.
You need to get out of there. What you found is too valuable. You're too valuable.
Uh-oh. I think we lost whatever we were trying to find.
Still alive. Good. I have a more suitable death in mind for you, child.
I think that's the leader of the Eclipse, but I could be wrong.
My entire life, I've always known one thing with prophetic certainty. That I was destined for glory as a great champion of the sun. Even when Jiran was murdered, even when Meridian fell, I never doubted my destiny. Until you came along. When I heard that you had survived, a doubt took root in my mind. As sure as the sun rises and falls each day, those I am bade to kill die. And yet I failed. How? Why? With each dig site you attacked, each loyal soldier you killed, this pestering doubt grew. It grew when High Priest Bahavas went missing. And when the true Sun King Itamen was snatched away. It not only grew, but multiplied. I kept thinking of the moment my knife pierced your throat. One twist, a simple tug of the blade, and you would have bled out. In slaughter, I am a practiced hand. So why hesitate? Why fail my destined purpose?
See that scar on your cheek? You didn't get to finish.
Yes, I remember. He fought well. For a savage.
His name was Rost, and he was a better man than you could ever hope to be.
The better man is the one who doesn't end up with his guts steaming on the ground. No, it wasn't him. I could have finished you before he attacked. But I didn't. This failing troubled my thoughts, haunted every step. It was only when I captured you, down in that place, that I finally glimpsed the sun's design etched at length across the course of events. You were meant to survive that day on the mountain. Meant to interfere at dig sites and kill my men.
Why?
Meant to eliminate High Priest Bahavas. Meant to snatch Itamen away. Conversely, I was meant to capture you. Here. So that you might die as a sacrificial offering to the sun. Everything as it was meant to be. Predestined and preordained.
Some destiny. You're following orders, not some grand cosmic design. You're a puppet, with Hades yanking the strings. A pawn pushed around by larger forces. It'd be laughable if there weren't so much killing involved. Hades is an ancient machine, not the buried shadow of Karja myth. It doesn't care about Meridian. It wants to kill everything and everyone. And you are its dutiful slave.
I serve not the buried shadow, but the sun in shadow. All halves of nature joined to one cause. Shadow to sun, dark to light.
Do you really not hear how ridiculous that sounds? You've gone from serving an insane homicidal Sun King to an insane homicidal machine. You're moving down in the world, not up.
I'll remember those words as I watch your corpse burn. Whatever's left of it. You fail to grasp the point. As surely as you've been conquered, so has all doubt. And with certainty of belief comes unstoppable force.
Then close the cage and put your faith to the test. See if things work out like you expect.
The circle has closed. Every element is in its proper place. Exactly where it belongs.
This is necklace made of
The errant
bullets.
beast, now caged, will serve her true purpose. A sacrificial animal. Oh, speaking of sacrifice, I forgot to tell you. After you crashed the Eclipse network, I sent messengers into the east to rally the forces there and mount an invasion of the sacred land. I ordered every Nora killed. I was hoping to catch you there, but alas, it all seems to have been unnecessary.
Why butcher dozens of innocents for no gain? It's a waste of effort.
You're right. I won't even be there to enjoy it. In any case, I couldn't recall the order even if I wished to. Thanks to your destruction of the network, communication over distances is impossible. You not only doomed yourself, but an entire tribe. Do we not see the scorching judgment of the sun in these events? Your focus. Such a powerful device, isn't it? And yet, so fragile. So you see, this time,
I want to kill
I
him.
did not hesitate. The knife has already been twisted. Karja faithful, rejoice! Our years in shadow are over. A new dawn trembles on the horizon. A new day soon to break. And when it does, the false Sun King will be dead, and Holy Meridian ours once more. In this, I have become an instrument of prophecy. All halves of nature join to one cause. Shadow to sun, light to dark, night to day. Behold!
This is a bad idea.
Hold your seats! Can you not see the proof of the sun's blessing before your eyes? How else could shadows such as these prowl in broad light of day? Many years ago, to consecrate this great ring, the Radiant Turan ordered many faithless, crushed beneath the hooves of the behemoth. Mighty is the behemoth in the eyes of the sun, but it is mightier still, infused with the power of shadow. Let this one, who schemed and slithered, be the first to die. Let her be the first of thousands!
With what weapon am I supposed to kill this thing? Do I have access to
I'll
anything?
never beat that thing without weapons. My weapons are up on the platform. There's no way out of this ring. Maybe I could use its strength against it. That pillar's weak. Another hit, and that pillar will come down. That makes sense. Hey! Guess who got her weapons back? Now you're just a big dumb target. Come and get it!
Oh, I'm not take a second. I don't remember what I'm stuck. Let's check out all this.
Those components on the sides of his head. They've got something to do with his lift attacks. Freeze canister on its head. Call it in, shoot it. I got canister on his belly. Looks important. Gotta check the machine parts. They might have parts. Maybe those carcasses have parts of things.
Alright, good. Yeah, I was trying to pick up herbs. Ran out of time.
Silence! Shadows, kill her!
Doesn't seem very fair.
Kill her!
Why leave it to them? Come get me yourself!
he left a horse for me. Silence, as I understand him, he is loyal to what he believes to be the truth above anything else, above any other loyalty. His loyalty to the truth.
So you're here. Really here. You risked your life.
Did I just lose sound for some reason? Hold on. Why did I lose sound for some reason? I have sound. Did it get unplugged from here? Hang on. One moment. Seems like everything's connected properly. Suddenly couldn't hear the man during his big important speech. Alright. I don't know. I hear nothing. I hear sound. Water. Why do I have no sound now? That's my question. How did you track my location when I wasn't wearing a focus? Really, Aloy, it doesn't take a genius to surmise that Helis would throw you into the sun ring at high noon. I wore out 2 striders getting here in time, but I did. Now be on your way. You can override machines? So since when can you override machines? Ever since you discovered the technique, I had to destroy a corruptor to obtain the necessary parts. Of course. But your example showed me how to do that as well. Yet another benefit of monitoring your activities through your focus. Truth be told, the underlying logic of the technique isn't so different from the rites practiced by the Banuk shamans. Though, of course, far more advanced. Great, you're welcome, I guess. Helis recognized you back in the Sun Ring. You told me that you'd assisted the eclipse, not that you knew the man who almost killed me. So now you know. The man is a serious threat, so let's do all we can to make sure that he and Hades don't succeed. Alright. I'll be on my way. To make matters worse, Helis ordered an eclipse detachment to attack the Norris sacred land. The tribe's already weak. They won't stand a chance. You should come with me. Absolutely not. I have preparations to make elsewhere. What kind of... Why do I bother? You're not going to tell me. When the time is right, I'll be in touch. In the meantime, should you need to return the Shadow Card to territory, I brought armor to conceal your identity. Oh, he's kind of thought of everything. Ha! One of us has to. When you were recovering the Alpha registries down in Zero Dawn Bunker, I was needlessly cruel. Yeah, you were. I'm kind of a jerk. For your sake, I hope there's someone waiting for you inside the mountain. Not a what, but a who. Yeah. I have no control. It's weird. Now I've got... Look at this. I just glitched out real bad right there, I guess. But we're gonna go back to my sacred lands, I guess. It's 4,000 meters away. I think let's go ahead and fast travel. And I'll turn down the volume a little, because it's getting extra loud. Alright. Ooh, there's a vantage point. Let's check that out. Let's mark that. And then, once we complete that, we'll do a couple things and we'll fast travel out of here. Take herb. That was an intense little fight we had. Used up a lot of my potions. Well, that's okay. I can't climb this, it's a little too steep. It's probably not the way. Probably not the way we're supposed to go, you know? But like in life, sometimes you gotta forge your own path. Oh. There's monsters. Let's see. I feel like the vantage would be up here. Not necessarily down there. Let's see.
They're scanning for me.
Any sign of a vantage point? Not really. I'll fight these scrappers. I don't care. He'll be the least intrusive thing I've fought today. I found the vantage point. Thanks, boys. Why are there scrappers up here? I don't know. Let's view it. I don't see it. Ah, here it is.
Day 12. As we watched the booster arc up into the night sky, riding a pillar of flame, you took my hand, squeezed it, and said, "You have written the story of our family across the stars."
So the sun ring is something that was already here. Because this person's from the before times, I think.
Just won't stop blowing.
Whew, we almost rolled off. Alright, now let's see. Where was that metal flower?
Stocking up.
Let's see. That's weird that it's all kind of grainy over there. It's weird. Okay, so metal flower. 34 meters this way. I'm just gonna look around here. Don't see it. Looks like we can climb up here though to the top of this. It is all the way up here. Of course it would be. Alright. Let's check the map real quick. So, there's nothing really within like a handy distance. And we need to travel all the way back to here. So I think I would like to gather herbs. Let's go to this campfire.
now. Trees on fire. It's the embrace. Charge burning, but the sentinels
Oh, that is a big dude. That is a big boy. I don't really want to fight him. Take this herb. Let's harvest. Man, that was rough for no reason. Okay. There's probably more. I don't think that's the only one we're gonna face. This is my watcher. Yep. I mean, I thought the Sacred Land was gonna be
metal,
like
ash.
hopeful, but I'm just gonna be on the struggle bus to find any herbs. Not much here. We might as well continue. We got some. I have 5 potions. We should be okay. Why do I need, like, more wires all the time? make these? Don't know what those do. I'll have to look at them. Maybe I should have opened any of these at any point. Shards, weave. Shards. Shards. I'm full of wire. Okay, let's stop. I just need to be able to make more arrows. It's been a while since I've hunted machines, I guess, since I'm low on resources. And we got some new outfits, that's exciting. Don't know if I'm supposed to have those. That's kind of incidental. I really would rather not have to fight all of these things. Being as low on resources as I am. What can I do? Can't even see any grass to hide in. I might be able to silent strike one of these guys. I got the silent strike both. Haha! That's great.
The embrace. It's devastated.
There's nothing left of any good.
This is my entire world. It could be destroyed in hours.
I don't think it took hours, but even if it did, it was their biggest, strongest armies.
I've never heard the embrace so quiet. So dead.
That's terribly sad. Well, I'm sure we can get our revenge.
longer. Where it all started. What if I'd never found that focus?
If I had never found the focus, they would have never found me. But I think that that's also important for Aloy's character. She did find it. She did grow up that way. She was an outcast. She did have to prove herself. But it's a lot. All of that comes together. In her story, nothing could have changed or been different without changing who she is now. So that sucks, but it's for the best.
Another battle. Another defeat. The eclipse smashed through. Can't carry more.
I don't know. There's probably nowhere good to hide inside of there. I should probably put on my anti-corruption. Might help me out. Hold on. What's this? What's this? Cool. But I want this one. I've got some skills. We could triple arrow. Let's tinker. Ammo. That's a yay, right? Didn't like this. And they don't wanna flee too far from their territory. Which is fine. Makes sense.
They're leaving.
Gives me something I can fight them with. little culty babies left. We don't really care about culty babies.
I will teach you to bleed.
I'm ready to learn. I can't pick up any more junk. I think Hades wants me dead because Hades thinks that I'm the creator of him, which
No
I'm
space.
not. But I don't think Hades knows that, or he can't tell the difference, maybe? I'm not really sure. Okay. Let's continue.
These will keep.
Intruder!
I don't think I can be intruding in my own homeland.
It's a corrupted Thunderjaw. The survivors must be holed up in the mountain. If the tunnel collapses, they'll be buried. And we'll never reach the hatch.
That's right! Bring down the mountain!
I don't think I have anything prepared enough for this one.
Braves, to Aloy's side, now!
For Aloy! For all
Oh my gosh, they believe in me!
Varl and Sona, they're still alive.
I just want to kill all the little evil ones. We got him.
We did it.
Hey.
We only helped.
Aloy did it. We only helped. No, he did good. Couldn't have done it without all of you. Let's take some time to harvest all of this
I'll tuck that away.
nonsense. And then we'll talk to the guy. They fought very bravely. There's something there, but I can't get to it behind this guy's whole butt. That's a lot of metal shards. No, what's that? Just looked like a lot. We knocked his tail off.
Forget about traveling light.
That was cool. Alright. Medical. What's this? Nothing. Found another weapon. Would have been good to know. Search the box. Search the other box. Good.
Aloy, your deeds reenact the old stories. Another metal devil struck down upon the slopes. If you hadn't returned, the tribe would have been lost.
It's my fault that you guys were in
You-
trouble anyway.
Saved the tribe. Did what no brave or war chief could do.
I'm glad to see you're all right, Varl. You are all right.
Since the proving. So much death. Is the killing over?
For now, but this was just one battle, Varl. There are more to come.
I see. So long as we have you to fight with us, I suppose we'll make do.
How many survived the attack?
Nearly all the matriarchs, and many families, goddess be praised. But braves, just a few, and most of them are wounded. Never before has an enemy stabbed the heart of our people like this. Even the Karja, in all their red raids, never broke through to the embrace.
Well, this enemy may have broken through, but they never got back out. We made sure of that. Tell me about the attack. What happened?
They struck from the east. Our sentinels saw the killers coming. Said that beside them marched Deathbringers and Corruptors and other machines, driven mad. We took ground, met them with clouds of arrows. Some fell, but they kept coming. Finally, we withdrew to the gates of the Embrace to make our stand. But they were too much for us. Those who survived fell back to the mountain.
Are your injuries serious?
Bruises pale. Bones heal.
Don't give me a hunting song, Varl. Are you okay?
My body aches, but it's nothing that will keep me from fighting.
So the survivors took shelter in the mountain? By law, only matriarchs are allowed inside.
It was Tirsa who broke the taboo. Ordered the tribe into the mountain for safety. Lansra, well, she didn't agree. But I don't think anyone heard her over all the screams and shouting.
Tirsa's decision saved lives. Good for her. Common sense isn't always so common around here. I need to go inside the mountain.
And the matriarchs will be eager to see you.
I'm sure. But I didn't come here for them.
Then, what for?
You will see.
Okay. Is there a campfire? Let's look at the map. We're headed into this. I guess I'll go back to the campfire here and save. And we will talk to the matriarchs in the next episode. Oh no, look, is this a campfire? It's a campfire, but it's not a campfire that I can use, evidently.
Need them soon enough.
Alright, let's walk our way down. That was an intense fight. What about this one? Apparently we just have
Snow haze.
all the wood.
White as bone.
We could ever
That
move.
thought got dark.
Not sure how to get back down there. thought it was that way, but I'm not so sure. It's like pretty steep. Well, this isn't so steep, I guess. We can sort of skate down the mountain.
Might regret this.
Okay, we got it. Alright. Thank you for watching, everybody. Please feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. You can find me on TikTok, Twitch, Hover, and YouTube as Savage Sprinkles. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.